Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to BandLab Plus Coffee. It's time to wake up, wind up, and queue up with another excellent track. Today we've got 1999, because we're going to party like it's by the artist My Favorite Color is Gray, or just Gray, on BandLab, featuring Lauren. So, without further ado, and so you can catch the new BLPC jingle intro, to the left. Wind up, queue up, wind up, queue up, wind up, queue up, wind up, to the left. Excellent track. 1999 over here on BandLab by My Favorite Color is Gray. That's at MyFavoriteColorGray. Reppin' 2.21 thousand followers and featuring Lauren, who's at LAURBISH. The song 1999. Let's take a listen. Happy Valentine's Day contest entry. Would appreciate the support. Give some love to Lauren, who sang this duet with me.
I see you doing your makeup, girl.
Oh, man.
I see that red dress hanging on.
Listen to that powerful vocal.
You rush around, I say to take your time.
This is giving me Nelly vibes, Just a Dream.
We got till midnight, baby, 1999.
Listen to that vocal performance. Goosebumps.
I put on that perfume that drives you wild.
Okay.
Slide into those high heels with a knowing smile.
Where's my cowboy hat?
It's time to go out and have some fun. But after the party is over,
Lyrics. Thanks, guys.
baby, when I'm done,
Listen to that.
10, 9, 8, baby, we're not late. 7, 6, 5, looking at your green eyes. 4, 3, 2, 1, we've already begun. Fireworks in the sky. Goodbye, midnight, 1999.
Listen to those breathy background vocals, too.
Baby, 1999.
Come on. Ooh. Shared verse 3. Come on. I am so in awe of this track.
I'll help you with your coat.
you hold the door
I do all of the little things.
that you know I adore.
So good, back and forth.
Hand in the small of your back.
Shivers up my spine.
Mine too. This is good.
We got till midnight, baby, 1999.
I love Torment Shift.
10, 9, 8, baby, we're not late. 7, 6, 5, looking at your green eyes. 4, 3, 2, 1, we've already begun. Fireworks in the sky. 10, 9, 8, baby, we're not late. 7, 6, 5, looking at your green eyes. 4, 3, 2, 1, we've already begun. Fireworks in the sky. Goodbye, midnight, 1999.
Those breathy add-ons where he's just bolstering Lauren's vocal.
Baby, 1999.
Holy cow. What a cool track. This is just a cool track. Man, I'm reeling. This is why BandLab is so special. Bringing artists you're not going to hear on the radio. You're not going to hear selling out arena crowds. But you know what? You're going to hear the talent. You're going to hear the creativity. You're going to hear the emotion. And the best part, hashtag collaboration is key. You're going to hear the collaboration. My favorite color is gray, and Lauren Bish they just nail this song. Man, I don't even know. I don't even know. Two things I love and one thing I want more of. The first thing I love is the arrangement of this track. This arrangement, it stays in our face the whole time, but it gives us all these different little elements to love. We're going to start with our guitar here. It's going to give us that intro that we expect from a song like this. It sets the emotional mood. Very country, very good, very pop.
I see you doing your makeup, girl.
And it's funny because we mentioned The Shallows yesterday on the show. And this is another instance where we can take what we mentioned yesterday on the one thing I want more of as far as a duet goes. I know I mentioned EQ, but as far as a duet goes, and we can take that and we can apply it here. This is the next step where we get a female vocalist like Lauren to step in and kind of bring the track to separate people who come together. Man.
I see that red dress hanging on the bathroom
Guitar and just him.
You rush.
Then we go to verse 2.
I put on a perfume that drives you wild. Slide into those high heels with a knowing smile.
And then we bring them all together. We're using I wouldn't call it a trope. I would just call it a really fun thing in music that a lot of different people do. A lot of times it's with color, or you'll see it in 1, 2, 3, 4 by the Plain White T's. There are just a bunch of songs that use numbers and colors and put us on this train where we count down from 10 to 1 in this case, or where we say, we talk about primary colors and we say red is the color of your lips, blue are the color of your eyes, and green is the color of your hand. The necklace you wear that I gave you. But it's a really fun, very good way of bringing around a hook that is super memorable, because if there's one thing that most, if not all of us, know how to do, it's count down from 10 and know our basic colors, right? So while this is very well written, and while it does paint this really awesome picture of counting down to the new year in 1999, and it comes together in this perfectly worded hook, just so good. And that's from someone who loves to write hooks. This is so great. It also gives us a really memorable thing that we just know. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Goodbye, 1999. So it works on so many levels. It's just counting down from 10, which is very memorable because it's not something we do often, but it's something we all know how to do intrinsically. And not only is it memorable, but it fits perfectly into the theme of these two people on New Year's Eve counting down for whether it's the ball drop in Times Square or the fireworks show at the Space Needle, whatever it is. I mean, it could even be Ross and Monica dancing, for goodness sakes. But this hook, this chorus is phenomenal. So we arrange it in such a way that we have him, her, them for the chorus, and then we're just going to keep it them because we've already counted down once from 1999. We keep it them, but what we do is we bring in these really great breathy background vocals that boost and bolster everything. Nice vocalizing there too, Lauren. So then we start bringing in those background vocals to really fill out that vocal space and keep us interested in the rest of the song, which honestly, you could do a stripped acoustic version of this and you'd be interested the whole time. But the way that this was made intentionally is so great. So the arrangement is number one. Number two, and you can see got goosebumps. Number 2 on the things that I love. These vocals specifically are just phenomenal. Their execution, we're going to come over here. Their execution is just phenomenal. Whether it's vocalizing, pitch shifting, speaking, or chorus with not only your ad-libs but your layers. This chorus comes together vocally in such an astounding way. Like I just mentioned, we have the vocal buffed by these breathy woes or ahs or oohs. We have the vocal in just a speaking format going from, hey, I love you, you know I love you, right? And not only do we have that, but we have both the male and female vocal. We have the ad-libbing and the vocalizing going on. There's so much happening vocally, and yet it still feels clean and simple. Or if you're Utada Hikaru, simple and clean. The way that we culminate this track is just phenomenal. Really subtle layering back there to buff Lauren's voice as well. I really like it. That's the second thing I love. Just the vocals alone in this track. I would listen to these vocals on any track. I would listen to these vocals in any genre. I would listen to these vocals all day long. This is phenomenal. And Gray and Lauren, well done. Well done. Man, I want to write a hook for you guys. The one thing I want more of, and this is going to be the most minor of minor things, and that's because everything already just works so well. On Lauren's voice specifically, and because I love the vocal so much, I want less reverb. I want that vocal to be more dry. I want more of her original sound to shine through. And not just her, but Gray a little bit.
When your makeup girl, we got midnight.
Slide into those high heels.
So both of them, especially in the verses, not so much in the chorus. The chorus builds well, it does its thing. But in the verses, I want to scale back that reverb, or if it's just an eighth delay or whatever's going on there that is turned up and making the vocals a little more wet than I would like for them to be. There's nothing wrong with the way it is. It is phenomenal already. But what I could be hearing is I could be hearing like this crisp, clear vocal on both parts in the verse. And honestly, with less reverb, it's going to make it a little more intimate as well. The performance is so good. We just don't need them to be that wet. We can let other elements of the song, whether it's verbing out the guitar just a little bit more or adding a more verbed out pad, we can let something else be verbed out. But the vocals, I would like them to be more upfront, less reverb or delay, just because of how intimate it would make it. And then in the chorus, we can open it up again with that reverb. Another reason that I would like to see less reverb, I think it's here. We're going to check.
You hold the door.
You can hear those really breathy oohs and ahs in the background.
Love you with your cold.
You hold the door.
I do all of the little things.
That you know I adore.
My hand in.
So those really breathy vocals in the background are used a lot towards the back half of the song to buff something that's being said by the artists. And what's great about that is it adds thickness without adding an element that's going to dynamically shift our attention away from the artist. So it's really well done and it's really smooth. And I think that it would hit even harder if we pull some of the verbiness from the vocals of the artists. So if we take just a little bit of verb off of Gray and Lauren, make them more upfront, more intimate, then even these background vocals that are washed out and used to buff certain phrases and some oohs and ahs later would become that much more poignant as part of the track. And I think it's the way that music works is it's not one or two things we do in our mix, right? It's 1,000 little things that all add up to this one package. This song, 1999, is phenomenal by My Favorite Color is Gray, featuring Lore Bish on BandLab. Everyone needs to make sure that they jump over there and follow these two individuals. Gray, if you see this, Billy Zyagus on Eminem. Not sure what that is. You should let me know in the comments so that I can give credit where credit is due. Don't forget, you should also follow DJTatious on YouTube, BandLab, or wherever you choose to consume your social media. I hope that you stuck around with us this long and were able to not only see the new intro, but hear two things I love and one thing I want more of about this track. If you have two things you love or one thing you want more of, put it in the comments down below, and I will see you on the next one.